It pushed limits higher for traveling as higher as at the age of space, and as quicker as twice the speed of sound. This plane was capable of traveling across the Atlantic in less than 3 hours, but unfortunately it stopped operations in 2003 after a fatal accident in Paris. Coming back into the skies will be one of the greatest and most spectacular moments in aviation. First supersonic passenger aircraft in the world to return in 2026 on the Adams Aviation channel. After decades of silence, Concorde is on track to become the world's leading supersonic passenger aircraft once again. This iconic aircraft is preparing to return to commercial skies by 2026, marking 50 years since its first historic flight. Though Concorde Limited aims to relaunch supersonic passenger service from the United States under a groundbreaking aviation policy shift. On June 6, 2025, at Washington Dulles International Airport, U.S. President Donald J. Trump signed the Concorde Bill, lifting the long-standing ban on supersonic flight over land. This regulatory reversal unlocks a new era of innovation in high-speed and sustainable air travel. After decades of silence, Concorde is on track to become the world's leading supersonic passenger aircraft once again when it returns in 2026. The recently signed executive order clears regulatory airspace that had long blocked overland supersonic travel due to sonic boom and environmental concerns, whereas this new legislation positions the U.S. as a leader in next-generation aerospace innovation and sustainability. The new Concorde will remain true to its iconic silhouette but will be 50% lighter and will also use advanced composite materials and sustainable aviation fuel, thus cutting emissions by 80%. It will cruise at 60,000 feet, significantly higher than conventional commercial jets, while operating faster, quieter, and cleaner than the original Concorde. The interior will reflect minimalist Japanese aesthetics, developed by leading sustainable architects. Every feature, from cabin design to propulsion systems, will incorporate cutting-edge aerospace technologies rooted in decades of research and development. At the helm of this supersonic revival is Dr. Pano Croco Churchill, CEO and founder of the Concorde Company, based in Washington State. Dr. Churchill is a triple PhD from Oxford and an expert physicist, credited with solving the long-standing sonic boom challenge. His patented sonic boom suppression technology, granted in May 2025, enables Concorde to fly overland without disturbing ground-level communities. Dr. Churchill is a direct descendant of Sir Winston Churchill, whose original Concorde initiative was launched as a post-World War II peace project. Now, his legacy continues through the rebirth of this aviation legend, targeted for launch on its 50th anniversary. Patricia Bader Johnston, Vice President and Chief Development Officer at Concorde Limited, emphasizes the aircraft's broader vision. Concorde is set to become the global benchmark for sonic boom suppression and sustainability. Concorde is also innovating on the financial front. It has introduced Concorde Coin, a stablecoin backed by Concorde's aviation assets and operations. With blockchain technology gaining global traction, Concorde Coin is designed to attract investors aligned with futuristic, environmentally responsible air travel ventures. This digital currency initiative aims to fund development while enabling broader engagement in Concorde's mission. The move reflects growing synergy between aerospace advancement and decentralized finance. Globally recognized as a pinnacle of aviation excellence, the Concorde brand is now valued at approximately $50 billion. The upcoming relaunch aims to restore its reputation as the epitome of luxury air travel, now aligned with modern values of environmental stewardship, digital innovation, and safety. Looking a bit at history of this supersonic era. The Concorde was a joint marvel by British Airways and Air France. It revolutionized high-speed air travel with its supersonic performance. Operating primarily between London Heathrow Airport, Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport, and New York John F. Kennedy Airport. It represented the peak of technological ambition in commercial aviation. Concorde's inaugural transatlantic flight occurred on September 26, 1973, marking a new era of rapid travel. Despite initial global fascination, the Concorde's commercial future was constrained by high operational costs, limited routes, and its eventual involvement in a fatal accident in 2000 in Paris. Concorde's development began with the 1962 treaty between France and the UK, aiming to share the cost and innovation challenges of producing a supersonic transport. British Aerospace and French Aerospatiale collaborated on the aircraft's frame, while Rolls-Royce and Snecma developed its powerful Olympus 593 engines. This cooperation marked a defining moment in European aerospace engineering. After its maiden flight on March 2, 1969, the Concorde entered commercial service on January 21, 1976. British Airways initially operated the London to Bahrain route, and Air France flew from Paris to Rio de Janeiro. Shortly after, both airlines launched regular services to Washington Dulles and New York JFK, offering transatlantic flights in under 3.5 hours. Although capable of cruising at Mach 2.04 equivalent to 2,179 km per hour, the Concorde was never economically viable. Only 14 production aircraft entered commercial service, with persistent financial losses leading to route reductions until JFK remained the only regular destination. The aircraft's sonic boom and high noise levels also restricted route expansion. Was Concorde the first supersonic aircraft? The right answer actually is no. The Concorde wasn't the first supersonic aircraft, but rather the Tupolev Tu-144 was the first supersonic transport aircraft and was a milestone in Soviet aerospace engineering. Was designed by legendary aircraft designer Andrei N. Tupolev and his son Alexei, the Tu-144 symbolized the USSR's ambition to lead in high-speed aviation during the Cold War era. Tupolev Tu-144 first flown in December 1968 and surpassing Mach 1 in June 1969, the Tu-144 predated Concorde's first supersonic flight. It was publicly unveiled in Moscow in May 1970 and stood as a technological marvel with futuristic design elements and record-breaking performance. Despite its technical achievements, the Tu-144's career was marred by high-profile incidents. A tragic crash during a demonstration at the 1973 Paris Air Show raised early concerns. Though the aircraft began mail service on the Moscow-Alma Ata route in 1975 and passenger service in 1978, another fatal crash that same year led to its commercial withdrawal. Only 55 passenger flights were completed before Aeroflot ceased its supersonic travel operations. Tu-144's high operating costs, limited range, and reliability issues made it commercially unsustainable. While its commercial role was short-lived, later Tu-144 variants were used in experimental flight programs. Notably, in the 1990s, a modified Tu-144LL flew under a joint Russian-American program to advance next-generation supersonic transport technology. Concorde's final days came on July 25, 2000, when Air France Flight 4590, departing from Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport to New York JFK, crashed shortly after takeoff. A burst tire punctured a fuel tank, igniting a fire that led to engine failure. The aircraft crashed into a nearby hotel in Gonesse, France, killing all 109 on board and 4 on the ground. This tragedy, combined with growing maintenance costs and declining passenger numbers, marked the beginning of the end of Concorde's operations. Air France retired its Concorde fleet in May 2003, and British Airways followed in October 2003, officially concluding the era of supersonic commercial aviation. After a long period of grounding, Concorde is therefore scheduled to relaunch in 2026. This will be a rebirth of a great engineering marvel in aviation meant to bring back supersonic travel capabilities coupled with environmental sustainability. Thanks for watching. Like and share this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification button to keep notified about our other amazing videos. See you in our next video.